Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, May 22nd, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. I had a fantastic weekend. Friday afternoon, I picked up some much-needed new gear at the fabulous Macmedics, one of my favorite places. Sunday, I walked to the Walk for the Animals over at Quiet Waters Park, which had a great showing. But my mom always said, all good things must come to an end, so here we are. It's Monday, and we do have some news, so let's get into it, shall we? The Anne Arundel County Police have suspended one of their own after an off-duty officer was arrested for DUI by the state police last week. Michael Dameron is a 4-year veteran of the force and was pulled over just after 2:30 a.m. on Friday in Berlin, Maryland. Dameron has been suspended with pay as the department completes their investigation. Good news for the Bay. Maryland's DNR says the crab population is on the rise. According to DNR, the population rose nearly 100 million over the past year to 323 million this year. But the Chesapeake Bay Foundation is cautiously optimistic and pointed out that last year's numbers were the lowest recorded ever. Senior ecosystem scientist Chris Moore said, quote, "While this year's numbers show some signs of recovery in the Bay's blue crab population, there is still plenty of cause for caution. Because the blue crab population fluctuates annually due to the variety of factors, we hope improvements observed this year continue over the long term." If you're a foodie, here is a deal for you. The Community Action Agency of Anne Arundel County is doing their 3rd annual Taste of Anne Arundel. You buy a $10 raffle ticket, which gives you 3 chances for some sweet Anne Arundel dining prizes. Now, 18 area restaurants have all coughed up gift cards, and the 3rd place winner is going to score $200 worth of gift cards. 2nd place will get $300, and the 1st place winner will take home more than $500 in gift cards. Pretty cool for a $10 raffle. To get your raffle, you want to head to rallyup.com/tasteofannearundel3, and that's the number 3 on the end. Once again, rallyup.com/tasteofannearundel3. Mother Dave finally has a tiki bar. Yes, after getting mired in permitting hassles last year, Mother's Peninsula Grille will finally open their backyard tiki bar on Friday. Picnic tables, games, a full bar featuring their famous fresh fruit crushes, live music, a special menu which is going to change daily, fire pits, lounge seating, and much more. So next time you're in Arnold, you definitely want to check it out. Now this is a great idea. And of course I wish I had thought of it before Hannah Griven did. Cocoa and Pearl is a new bakery in town with a little bit of a twist. After Hannah is done baking in the morning, she loads all of her goodies up onto her vehicle for fresh that morning delivery. Pretty cool, huh? Well, here's the twist. Her vehicle is a restored waterman's boat, aptly named Honey Bun, and she'll be delivering to piers and marinas and the mooring fields in Annapolis this summer. We've reached out to Hannah to look for a local business spotlight on that, so look for that pretty soon. But for now, you can order at cocoandpearl.com, and that is COCOAANDPEARL.com. Hopefully you caught our Canines and Crosstreks segment on Friday with Joy Miracle, a very odd-looking but very cool Sphinx cat. Do check out our post from noon on Friday for some great photos, and if you have some room in your heart and home for Joy Miracle, and by the way, you can change that name because we sort of came to the agreement off record that it wasn't a great name. But we do have all the info on how you can adopt her. And Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, we spoke with Amanda, who is taking the interior design world by storm with her studio and shop in Eastport, Details and Design. Do want to check that out. Next weekend, Party Boat Annapolis. All right, that is a wrap. Thank you first and foremost, and also a quick thank you to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and the Maryland Higher Education Commission. Now, Ann Alsina is here this morning with her Monday Money Report, and George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with the only locally forecast weather report you're going to find. All of that coming up in just a bit, so hang around.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, May 22nd. Not a bad weekend for the Annapolis region, and the week ahead looks really nice, but we will have to keep an eye on the upcoming weekend for some potential rain. Look for sunny skies today through Friday, with PM highs primarily in the 75 to 83 degree range each day, with AM lows each morning generally in the 50s as high pressure settles in and keeps things near perfect for an extended stretch. But we'll have to watch for a possible low pressure system along the coast over the weekend, potentially bringing showers and storms to the region both Saturday and Sunday. More on that as the week progresses, but until then, enjoy the ideal weather conditions while we have them. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. Don't forget, follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Did you get close to completing your college degree but dropped out during the COVID pandemic? Well, as a near completer, you may be eligible to receive money from the Maryland Higher Education Commission to finish your degree. Again, if you started your degree but for whatever reason never finished it, the Maryland Higher Education Commission has money to help you return to college and finish what you started. Go to mhec.maryland.gov and click on the Near Completer grant to learn more.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. The market finished up last week despite declines on Friday afternoon following an impasse in debt ceiling negotiations. Personally, I'm remaining hopeful that both sides will come together and resolve this issue. But what happens if they don't? There's no actual game plan for this, as the United States has never defaulted before. However, we expect the Treasury to do what families do when their credit cards are maxed out and they need to start robbing Peter to pay Paul. Money will continue to come into the Treasury in the form of tax withholding and other tax payments. The Treasury will then prioritize what bills to pay first. We would expect that everyone will eventually be paid. Social Security payments for seniors and individuals with a disability, federal employees and military service members, payments for federal contracts, and both interest and principal on federal debt. The big question is when everything will be paid and in what order. In addition to the impact on the stock markets, not just in the U.S. but globally, a U.S. default would most likely plunge the world into a recession. It would also impact future U.S. borrowing, as a default would have a similar impact on America's ability to borrow at low rates that defaulting on your credit cards and mortgage would impact you. I believe the bigger issue is actually geopolitical. Our economy is the largest in the world, and the dollar is considered the world's reserve currency, the international monetary equivalent to putting money in your mattress. The strength of the U.S. dollar and the American economy give us influence and power abroad. The default opens the door for other countries, like China, to strengthen economic and diplomatic influence globally. Like other geopolitical events that impact the markets, there's not much that we can control. If you are reliant on payments from the government, having extra cash or other liquid assets is a good starting point. Adding credit lines to provide a bridge if payments are delayed is another option. If you have a large stock portfolio outside of your retirement accounts, you may want to open a securities-backed line of credit, or SBLOC. These typically offer reasonable rates, aren't reported on your credit report, and allow you to access cash while your stocks and bonds stay invested. Remember that this too shall pass. Good financial planning, emergency savings, and a diversified portfolio that is aligned with your goals are important no matter what is going on in Washington. Your action item this week is to change the filter on your HVAC and schedule the spring maintenance on your system. Follow us on Facebook and check out our website at CovingtonAlsina.com for more information and great resources. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisory Group, a registered investment advisor. All performance references historical is no guarantee of future results. All indices are managed and may not be invested into directly. The opinions voiced in this show for general information only are not to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you, contact the appropriate qualified professional prior to making a decision. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.